your motherfucking time!
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I got your name. I got your ass.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on!
That's all I'm worried about. I don't want to think constantly like every question you ask is like, there again.
It's like 5 hours long for one question. It's just like... No. Well, look, we've tested everything out, so we're just going to start straight in here for everyone else who's been listening so far. So, the whole point of this at the moment is, without any proper internet signal the last while, I've resorted to watching more DVDs and what's actually on the laptop, which is shit. Absolute shit.
It's because you're so close to it. Just like,
Yeah, you can't actually see what's happening. My face is right up on the screen so Declan can hear what's going on. It's brilliant.
oh, bro, it's funny. Anyway,
That's perfect. Yeah, we'll sort it out for the next session properly. But
yeah.
So the first film I'll talk about here is Swiss Army Man. Have you seen any of the trailers or anything I put up for it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's Daniel Radcliffe and Paul Dano. Remember from
Oh, it did. Yeah.
Jungle of Jungle and fucking Detroit Rock City.
Right. Oh, yes. I know the guy you're on about.
Yeah, short film, about an hour and a half long, really funny, and the premise is fucking ridiculous but brilliant. It's Paul Dano was stranded on an island and he's given up, and then fucking Daniel Radcliffe is washed on sea. He thinks he's dead, but then all of a sudden he starts farting, and then he realizes he can use him as a fucking boat, and takes off and then lands on another island.
That just rings a bell.
It's fucking ridiculous, and then it's just he's able to do so many things with his body, like a Swiss Army knife. It's just so funny for Paul Dano to get back home. It's so fun. There's a good trailer up for it as well. It doesn't spoil everything, and it's funny enough the whole way through the film. Like, so definitely,
you know what,
definitely say to watch that one.
I'm gonna have to check the trailer first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it sounds good. I've only recently started to get into watching his sort of movies, and like for a long time, obviously been put off it because like we weren't Harry Potter fans growing up.
No, not at all. I avoided him like the plague.
So you recently have caught.
Yeah, I sat there all over Christmas. Yeah, all over Christmas, sat there every night watching a different one, back to back. It was just sub crack. I just love the second one, The Chamber of Secrets. How funny it is.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It's on my list there, bro. It's probably my favorite Potter movie so far. That one and Prisoner of Azkaban.
Right.
I haven't seen them all yet. I still need to see the last two.
Already, I thought you'd seen them all so far.
Sorry.
I thought you caught up on them all by now.
Half-Blood Prince is one of the movies. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite as well.
I haven't seen that one yet. So.
All right, well.
Yes, so far it's good. I do enjoy it. I think it's long overdue. I think I would have enjoyed it better when it was.
Well, here, tell me what was it put you off the films? Because I didn't really want to watch it because I just thought it was bullshit.
I think we kind of know, but I'll share that anyway. I think the main reason why we didn't watch it, I know why I didn't watch it, is because I was so caught up in Lord of the Rings at that time.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Man, it was mind blowing for the story elements.
Yeah.
And we watched similar movies like that growing up. And I remember watching things like Willow that had those dark elements, things that I just thought were interesting to watch. Like that's a. Do
you ever try and watch Willow nowadays and realize how fucking long that film is?
I think that's what I'm saying. At the time, it just had like an atmosphere. But so we were familiar with those kind of movies growing up. So I think that's why it caught my interest more. And then with that came along the other fan base, the ones who enjoyed almost. Well, a lot of people considered them very similar because they were based off books and they were very popular. So I think because in our households, our sister was a big fan of Harry Potter, and because we were just, I think, naturally going to be opposed to each other or something. So yeah, I think that's the main reason why I didn't get into it, I suppose.
Yeah, poor Fionnuala for years had to deal with all that, but I think it was just as well. Because the Harry Potter thing was everywhere. There was fucking sweets and everything. It was just, I didn't want to see it.
Yeah. So that's another possibility. it was just everywhere. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but then no, I just never gave it the time of day, I suppose, because of that strong resentment, I suppose. Because one was better than the other, and we were always having to debate that.
See, that was it. That was the complete contrast
The
difference.
immaturity when you're young,
Yeah.
and you side on one thing. So yeah,
I still prefer Lord of the Rings though. Still.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah. But nothing. I wouldn't have the same disdain for it.
No.
You know what I mean? So
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm glad by watching those films, I've been able to go and because if I saw this Swiss Army Man trailer, I would have been straight away going, "No, I'm not going to watch it because it's that guy." But the whole way through the film, as I said, he's basically a dead body the whole way through it, and it's just funny watching what's going on. So it's definitely something different to
I
watch.
think I seen a trailer ages ago for this. Was this film like in production for a long time? Like, was it like?
I'm not too sure. I need
When
to
did
check that
it
out,
come out?
to be honest. Yeah, but as I
I
said,
thought I saw something like that not too long ago, maybe a year or two ago, seeing a trailer or something for it. I thought it was interesting. Then I was like, "Oh, is that guy from Harry Potter?"
yeah,
You know, you're just describing like what I saw from the trailer
that's
quite a while
okay.
ago. Yeah.
Well, that's
So
definitely
it
one to
is,
check. I definitely
will
recommend.
catch it.
Yeah, someone would definitely need to recommend someone to watch it anyway. But that's that one. And the only other one as well that would be worth mentioning because sometimes when you're sitting back, as I said about the internet, you just watch the same film over and over and over again, or the same TV show that you have saved. So I didn't watch too many films, but the other one that I did watch that I would definitely mention is Army of One with Nick Cage. That's another really funny film. The whole thing,
Army of One.
yeah, the whole thing's based on something that actually happened. Was this guy Gary Faulkner in America boarded a plane with a samurai sword and went to Pakistan looking for Osama bin Laden.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it. I watched that
It's
trailer. You
so
posted it the other
funny.
day, didn't you?
It's so funny, and again, it's short as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
But it's so funny, and I would definitely check it out. It's just funny at the end as well to show actual clips of the guy, and you're just sitting there going, "Fucking hell, this guy's fucking nuts." But it actually is legit funny. There's Dwight from The Office is in it, and I just can't remember the actor's name, and one of the villains from True Blood's in it as well, and like it's not full of people.
Cast, yeah.
Yeah, it's not full of people that you're distracted. So you can just sit back and watch.
Oh,
Nick
so they
Cage go
blend into
mad.
their characters well. They're not sticking out.
Yeah, and it's just funny watching Nick Cage just run around with this fucking really long grey
Well, that's
hair
it.
and beard going mad.
Yeah, that suits him.
Yeah, it does. And
he can,
he actually references one of his films as well, and it's funny. He talks about Nick Cage in it, which is kind of funny. So there's wee bits to look out for it when it comes on.
yeah, I'll be watching it. Don't worry.
Yeah. So that's.
Do you have any other lists on any?
No,
Sorry, the segment's cutting in a little bit.
Only other thing I've kind of watched is the Dark Tower trailer. I've watched it a few times this weekend. Have you seen it?
Do you know what? I think no, I haven't. Do you know why I haven't watched it? I'm trying to pull back on the films. If I see like an article with a headline, like, and I did see that, I saw a dark trailer, and there was a trailer, but I didn't watch it because I thought this is going to be a really good film from just what I read. And I didn't want to watch the trailer in case it's it reveals too much. So I don't want the story to be kind of spoiled for me too much. So
No, good
I'm
point.
trying to avoid certain movie trailers, and I've done that for Rogue One, and I did it for I can't think of it now, but it was another one. So I'm trying to limit the amount of trailers that I watch to the really good movies.
I was
that
just
are
about to say,
coming
is that
out.
only for the really good films? Because there's some films like that I won't watch or read stuff for. Like that Dark Tower one, I kept seeing posters and I thought it was Darkman, the film, the Liam Neeson film. I thought it was a remake of that, so I didn't want to read anything about it. But then, I actually saw the trailer because I wanted to see what was going on with it, and it's different from what I thought it was going to be. It looks like more like a really action film than like a western than I thought it was going to be like. So,
Right.
and it's just weird. Matthew McConaughey is going to be a villain. I don't think that's going to work.
Oh, right, okay. So I didn't know. I
Yeah.
thought he was the protagonist.
No.
No, the
Well, he's definitely villain in this, and I don't know if it's going to work because I haven't really seen him in that kind of a role.
I don't know if he suits it. I don't know. It'd be interesting to watch anyway. But I'm going to wait until the movie comes out. I'm not going to watch the.
Well, it's out August 4th, so it's not too long to wait now before it's out.
Do you know? I thought. So I don't know. Can I branch into one of the topics I was going to talk about?
Yeah, you're free to go. I've gone through everything I need to go through.
I thought Wonder Woman was coming out this month.
Yeah, so did I.
June. Right. Yeah. What did we get it wrong? Well, I was assuming it was like 25th of May or something. I thought that was like the date for it, unless it was changed.
I think it might have been changed, and then sure, I thought Justice League was coming out soon enough as well for that.
So what's coming out on that date? Interesting. We need to look that up to see what was or what is coming out around that date.
Yeah.
Anyway, just hypothetically thinking. No, I need to see why we thought that, because I thought it was. So I looked up and it's actually June 5th or something, June 4th or June 5th.
Right, so we've only
like
got
4 weeks away.
Yeah, a few weeks away. That's not too bad.
It's June 2nd. You know what? Let me double check.
Go ahead. Maybe for next show
we'll
get a
says
whole
May
lineup.
31st on one website, and then it's giving me. So I don't know which is the US and which is our release date. But it's literally like 3 or 4 weeks away. And like I've always seen. Did you see the new one? Because I haven't. I've
only seen the first trailer, and I thought that was enough. I don't need to see any more until I see the film.
Same. That's good though. I think that's. I think it's because the way those movies are marketed and the way they put those trailers together, it's just revealing too much, bro. And I think that spoiled the Batman vs Superman movie for me.
Yeah.
It just put
the first one they released in Comic-Con was enough.
I saw it. I was like, but it was a 4-minute trailer or something, and I was like halfway through watching it, going, "Shit, this is way too much footage." I'm saying, but you couldn't help it. You're not going to stop halfway through it.
Here, I think the trailer for the extended version was shorter than the trailer for the original one.
What's that?
The trailer for the extended version of the film, I think it was actually way shorter than the first trailer that came out, and it was trying to pack in more scenes and everything. It was even that was shorter.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, so that's a surprise for me. I thought that was coming out within 2 weeks, and then I'm like, oh no.
Well, for the next show, we'll have a calendar set out.
You what, bro?
We'll get a calendar set out for the next show, just so we know for updating films what's coming out, whatnot, so we can actually just go, look, we've only got 4 weeks till this comes out or whatnot.
Well, see, I rarely go to the cinema, so it's only going to be for the big ones.
Yeah, for good ones.
Yeah. So I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm sure it's going to be fucking amazing. Like, here, we like to swear in this here. Like, keep it to the limit.
Fucking curse all you want.
Okay. Well, I don't want to.
No, it's not every 2 words we're going to say fuck, like.
Well, no, it looks great, man. It's not. I don't want to watch too much. So and here, it says it's 2 hours 20 minutes, and then on another site it says it's 2 hours 55 minutes. So either way, it's going to be like an empty film.
Fuck, 3 hours long.
Good. You know, I would welcome a 3-hour Wonder Woman movie, because we've seen so many Batman and Superman movies. You know, make up for. No, but that might be difficult for a lot of people to sit through if it's going to be too long. 2 hours 20 minutes probably is about right. I think that's probably enough.
But for an origin film, it makes sense if it was longer. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I don't even want to confirm that yet. I'm just going to watch the movie. And it ends when it ends.
Not a problem. What else have you got on your list?
Well, that's aside. The couple of remakes are catching a lot of news lately.
Did you know they're trying to work on a Ace Ventura one?
Oh no, it's not on my list. But
no, I don't. They haven't attached a star yet, but they're definitely not going for Carey, and it's just there's no point making it.
Well, I kind of figured that if they're going to remake it, but no, I disagree with particular movies being remade.
No need.
No, definitely not. There's an element there that you can't catch in a bottle. You know, even the sequel is a little bit hit and miss, because the first one's fucking great.
What, Ace Ventura?
Yeah, like I mean, no, it's not.
I actually remember it says.
That's not a bad movie. Some people would prefer it, but like
I
just
actually
think
do
that
prefer it.
Yeah, I can see why. Like it's just it's insane. You know,
I love how you're like,
radical compared to the first one. The first one's bad enough, but then you're like,
yeah,
you know, it does step that up a little bit. But but if you're looking at the premise of like the way that story is in the first one, and it's got a structure that you're used to seeing, if you know what I mean, but it's a little wacky.
I thought the story in the first one's better, but the pacing of the second one is better because every scene in the second one is just funny as fuck.
Well, I don't know if I think it's better, but I don't know. Where am I coming off on this one? I just don't enjoy the second one as much. But there's a lot of funny things in the second one that I know, like, that one's funny.
That's the thing. I can always remember more scenes about the second one than the first one.
Yeah,
but
I
anyways.
mean, you're probably getting mixed up.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? So you said that's been remade, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a bit crazy. But I've got a couple of remakes for you here on my list. Did you catch the news about Labyrinth being remade?
Yeah. See, musicals and stuff like that, I don't see the point in, because then you're sitting there going, their performance has to be better than David Bowie's. How the fuck do you do that? I mean, you couldn't, again, Jim Carrey kind of thing, you couldn't even get Neil Patrick Harris to be better than Jim Carrey in the Lemony Snicket's TV show.
Yeah.
So how do you get someone to sing as good as David Bowie or act as good as him? And then, no, there's no point.
No, well, I mean, it's. I think we'll watch it to see what it's like, but I don't think it's going to be anything like. And that's the problem. These
Jim Henson
particular movies
puppets.
on a remake, they're really trying to capitalize on something that you can't. I don't see the need.
That's exactly
Unless what's the reason in doing Labyrinth again? Unless it's not a musical, unless you take that premise and kind of make it like a more of a cinematic feature, and you're like that. I can see.
But isn't that not
See
what
the
like they did with The Wizard of Oz? The second one and all wasn't really a musical. It was just like a fucking depressing film.
That's dark, man. I mean, like that's
Did you say that was art?
dark. Yeah, man.
I thought you said that was art.
No. No, I thought that one was. Is it? No, so they weren't trying to remake Wizard of Oz. They had a different story to tell.
Ah, right. I see.
You
To
know
make
what I
a
mean? So
good
if they're going
point.
to do a Labyrinth remake,
Yeah.
or reboot, sorry, I don't know if it's a reboot. If it's a reboot, then that's what I'm considering. It's probably going to be something like that, where
The only reason they should do that.
it might work, but I think it may actually fail, because if you try to do too much heavy CGI, it might not work, because this was all practical effects as well as.
What I always think is there's no point remaking it unless you're going to make a sequel of that remake, like continue it on as a new way, new version, new cast.
Yeah. If it's going to be a musical, then you're going to have a different. You can't use Jared. You need to come up with a new character, maybe within that universe or that world or that whatever you want to describe it as, that realm. You could go different places. There might be like a series of those books. The movie's based on this book, The Goblin King. Must be a series of books that are related to. That's interesting, but again, you're capitalizing on something that's how old?
20,
I don't know, how old
25
is
years
that?
maybe, is it?
Easily. So I don't know. And you see
Still,
that with,
still recent. Still pretty recent though.
Yeah, but then here's the thing: David Bowie's not alive, and then Jim Henson's not alive, so it's hard to kind of remake something that was created by these people that aren't either around or just aren't interested in.
Yep.
Just want to leave it as keep it as a standalone thing. So when people try to tamper with that, it's interesting what ideas they might have, but when you put that out to people, the first thing they're thinking of is like, no, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You haven't heard their idea yet, if you know what I mean. So I'd be interested in it, but I don't have high expectations for it.
In that sense, I wonder if you're going to mention it.
No, because I don't know much about it. But you can tell me if you know.
I never
about it.
liked the original film, and then when I saw the trailer for the remake, I was just like, okay, fair enough, don't care. Watched it.
Isn't it?
Looks okay.
Like it's a mini series, isn't it? It was originally like a mini series.
I think so. I don't really follow Stephen King stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not an interest to me. But
Actually, fair enough. I think
don't know,
that Dark Tower thing is part of Stephen King's works that we just mentioned.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
So that's interesting enough. I just didn't
yeah.
really consider it, to be honest. But
No, I don't have anything against Stephen King. It's just I wouldn't be excited for it. You know what I mean? It's just not. It wouldn't interest me, if you know what I mean.
no, never was. And again,
But I did hear about.
you can't beat Tim Curry stuff.
What's up, bro?
The only things I've seen of it are like the clips of Tim Curry going mad. So what's the point replacing that? He was so funny watching those clips. There's no point.
Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't necessarily be invested in a sequel or a remake.
No.
Although the guy who's casted as what's the guy? Not Pennyworth. What's the its name?
Oh, Pennywise.
Pennywise. Okay, yeah. The guy who's plays the remake. The guy who casted is pretty good. I did see that. Didn't see a video. I just saw stills of it.
Yeah.
And it looked pretty. And it looks different, you know. So.
Yeah, it's not a carbon copy, which stayed on.
Fans of that genre, I'm sure they'd be interested in it. I wouldn't be necessarily dying to see it or anything.
No, same.
But no, it looks like so. There's my point then. If they've remade it and they've had an idea, suppose it can work, but it's a hard example to use because it doesn't interest me, so it's hard to go in depth on it.
What
but
else
here,
have you got?
there is something I can talk about. There is a movie here that's been remade that I think both of us have enjoyed at one time. The remake in The Matrix. Have you heard?
Why?
No, you didn't hear that?
No.
Why? Right, well, no, this did come out recently. I've got it here somewhere. It's not a remake or a reboot. Okay. Well, I don't know where is this coming from? NME. Well, here, I'll read this out to you. The upcoming Matrix film will be neither a remake nor a reboot, according to this guy. Legendary sci-fi franchise looks to return. Let me see. Warner Brothers are in talks to remake a new movie. It doesn't look like Keanu Reeves or anyone's involved in it. So, look, all I can say at this point is no one could or should reboot The Matrix, just like you said, bro. People who know the Animatrix and the comics understand can't accept to see the world's reboot and remake. Do you know what? There's very little news on this.
I think that's
it's
a
just
good thing.
A couple of people's comments on it.
That's a sign of good stuff, if you don't hear anything about it.
Well, there you go. It's probably just rumours then.
Let's hope.
Oh. So it is speculation at the moment because they said they would have to, with Wachowski's, they would have to write it and direct it, and they would have to see what the story is. So I don't think those are going to get off the ground.
No.
So you can scrap that, but you can throw it in if you want. But I just caught that and I thought that was newsworthy.
That's a fucking strange one. What else have you got lined up?
Well, those were the remakes. Rogue One. I want to talk about that.
Okay. When?
Well, first of all,
how soon did you see it?
Like 3 weeks ago.
What do you think?
As its own movie, it's great. I think that's what I wanted. 20 minutes in, I was like, "This is." They need to start making more of these movies, like these standalone movies. It reminded me of the novels, those books that we used to pick up years ago. Like we didn't read loads of them. Just one, I think I only read 2 of them. Mm-hmm. One of them was a female Jedi. There's her story of like trying to reunite the Jedi Council or something. I might be a little bit off, but that's. But anyway, but the stories were really familiar. As soon as I was watching, I don't know who the screenwriter is or the screenplay it was done by, but it looked like they were reading through the book, just trying to capture that. So when I was watching it, was just like, this is where they need to go. This is a good sign and everything. So overall, you kind of forget a little bit where the story, because when you watch the originals, you know what happens to that crew. When you're watching a movie, you're kind of thinking where the story's going. You're going, did these guys make it in the end? You know, you're thinking, oh, but spoiler alert, by the way, can we drop it in?
It's been out nearly a year. Beyond spoiler alerts now, like.
So, yeah, you're watching a movie with the kind of, you know, they're not going to make it, but then you're thinking, going, they're probably going to make it. One or two of them might have this like extra story to tell, and another, no.
I don't think we expected them to go out in that fashion. I think he expected it to be like their ship explodes or something.
As it was happening. No, I know, but that's the thing. As soon as you were watching it happen, you were like, it was like an anime or something, but in a movie. Like all these kind of things you don't see in like Western movies. You don't see your lead role get fucking wiped out. Funny to say it, but weird to explain that to someone how the movie goes. But when you're watching it, and when I was watching it, I've only seen it once. So when I was watching it, it was like, yeah, that's meant to happen, and it was a little sad as well. So it does work because you're following the characters. You kind of, here's my point of view. I kind of know a little bit about that story just on what little information they give on A New Hope. So you're running with that, and I didn't see a lot of the trailers either. Maybe I saw one TV spot or something. So in the back of my head, I'm like, it's that story. I'm kind of familiar with don't they all fucking die to try and save, to kind of get these plans. So you got that in the back of your head, but then you're watching the movie thinking like, they may survive this, or one of these people might have another story to tell. Just no, you don't expect that ending. No. So when it starts to happen, you're like, this is intense. But you're like, but then this is how it's meant to be. You know what I mean? And it's like weird storytelling. It's like it's bringing back something that from your childhood that you never watched.
Yeah,
that you knew about. You know, you're like, remember that little story? Well, here's the whole backstory. You're like, oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah. Now watch the originals again. You're like, oh my god, yeah. The threat is real. The Empire is fucking gonna wipe them all. So you're being brought back to that narrative again. You're like, holy shit, this is serious fucking business. Sorry about the language too much here, but you need it really gets you involved again, and isn't it fantastic? You get to see Darth Vader do some really cool shit at the end.
Man, I think I texted you or someone after you said you watched it. Goes, man, did you see Vader murder fucking like 40 people?
You did, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Do you know what I mean? I'm sitting there going like, that's why I keep go back and rewatch the film. That part and anything with director Krennic in it is fucking class. Jesus Christ, like.
Yeah, I even if you play the games and stuff, you get to do all that stuff. So you finally get to do it. You kind of get to see it on the big screen. That's scary.
Imagine doing that version on that game. Remember the game that was in the cinema? You get to play the lightsaber thing. Imagine doing that with that game. It'd be fucking class.
Yeah. I mean, like you literally got to see him break loose. You know what I mean? Like he just. I mean, what was the last thing he did to someone? Didn't he like? did he use the lightsaber? Did he? No. Or
I don't know. He...
There was a really brutal death at the end. I was like, it made me go, oh,
yeah.
Like, no, thank you. It was someone. Yeah, it was the guy who made it at the end. That's what it was. What he.
Yeah, he got the blade like, through him. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like whatever he was saying, that made me palpitate. You know what I mean? I was just like, no, thank you. Get me out of here. But hold on. Did he die as well? Did he only sent the droid or something off? Or
man, he did more damage at the end of that film than the T-Rex did in Jurassic Park.
But he did leave a mess. I'm just trying to think. Did he kill did he kill everyone? And then the plans got sent off. I just can't remember. I've only seen it once.
I think he just killed everything that moved. To be honest.
Man, well, anyway, but when you get to see what they see, man, that's scary. Like, you're just like, I don't want to be anywhere near him. Like, you know. Oh, thank you. No, here I was going to mention just while we're talking about Rogue One. You can get that actor's name. But the guy who originally came up with the idea with the Death Star, and him seeing his plans and his ideas being taken away, man, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you're not that you've got empathy for the antagonist, but you're seeing him, you know, a little bit of empathy for him. What's his name, man? For fucking.
I know who you mean. He's in that Hannibal show, and he was in Casino Royale, and he usually plays bad guys, which is weird. Yeah.
Who's he in Casino Royale?
I can't remember the guy's name, but he's the guy with the one eye and does the whole poker tournament with.
Right. Okay. Well, here, while I'm trying to figure that information out, I'm a big fan of Donnie Yen. He's the guy who plays. Can't pronounce his name. Satoshi or something. I can't pronounce.
Is that the guy who was blind? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was fucking funny.
Donnie Yen. Yeah, well, he was. Yeah, I didn't expect him to be. I didn't expect his English to be so good as well.
Did you see the bit to put the cover over his head? There's a bit where they're kidnapping him, to even put a cover over the blind guy's head, and I'll take him away.
Yeah, you're like, hi. That's good. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff I watched him, and he's amazing.
Is that R.A.P? Yeah.
Oh, awesome. He is awesome in that one. I mean, like, you can probably watch the other one, the sequel. It's not as good as the first one. Just if you're ever interested in checking a martial art movie out, watch his stuff. Watch that one.
Is he the main character in R.A.P?
See him in it. What's that, dude?
Is he the main character in R.A.P?
Yeah. I don't want to. All I'll say is the premise or the story is he's. No, actually, I'll let you watch the movie.
Okay,
I'll let you enjoy it.
I'll note it down before I forget.
No, I can't find him here. Did you ever watch the Clone Wars animated show? Because after watching
No.
recently, I wanted to kind of catch that.
I never got that involved, to be honest.
Stories. It interested me a little bit because we were in Disneyland and had a lot of Star Wars stuff, and on the screens of that was the animated show. It wasn't French, obviously. Yeah, it was. But we were sitting down a lot, and you kind of catch the episode, and you're kind of like, oh, that looks actually pretty decent. Like,
did you go to Disneyland Paris just to sit there and watch TV?
No, man. When you're eating, there was this I can't remember what it's called, but you get to watch there's like a little Jedi Council training thing, like a stage, and they had all these seats.
Oh, I've seen some of those videos for those things. Yeah, they're class.
Yeah. But before that show started, there was a big projector thing on top, so like it was playing episodes of it. So
right.
we were
I thought you literally spotted the TV, sat there, and goes, "That's how you done."
No, man, that was literally like half an hour per day. But no, I've just clicked into something and seen that was related to it. Listen, dude, I can't catch this guy's name.
That's okay.
But he was in Dark Knight Rises as well. He was. I just can't get his name here, and he was in another.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. He looks like your man Freeman out of Martin Freeman. He looks a wee bit like Martin Freeman from The Hobbit and all.
That's a wee bit, yeah.
Yeah. Director Krennic. He was Director Krennic.
James Earl Jones as well to actually get it was his voice in that movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To actually got it. But what do you think of the CGI stuff with Princess Leia and fucking what do you call the guy?
I know him in the general.
Grand Moff.
It's really good, but it's really distracting at times.
It is distracting, yeah, when you know they're dead.
No, it's just they need to go back to the traditional over-the-shoulder shots when there's stuff like that going on. We know they're dead. We know it's fake. Don't show me too much of it.
Yeah, they overused it. You know who I was surprised to see in this as well? The guy from Hannibal.
That's what I mentioned is Thing's father.
Oh, I couldn't catch that. Sorry. Yeah, he was in it for a little bit, but when you saw him, it was like, oh god.
That's who I'd mentioned was from Casino Royale. I think you got mixed up talking about.
Yeah. So I was talking about, and that's why I was trying to find his name.
Yeah, I know who you mean now. Yeah, Director Krennic.
Ben Mendelsohn. I can't.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult second name. But the movies that I was talking about that he was in, like, he's great. Like, so his character was
spot on.
shaded out of Dark Knight Rises, and he's in Place Beyond the Pines. He's the guy who gives what do you call him? No. He gives Ryan Gosling a job. Remember?
Oh yes.
So I've seen him. He's a familiar actor. Like I just thought he had a good performance. Like even though he's a bad guy. Like, but
yeah.
no, the CGI stuff. Yeah, a bit too much, a bit distracting though. We can move on though. I don't want to talk all day about Rogue One, but
that's all right. Well, while we're here as well,
yeah.
I'll have to do a quick run through, a shout out to the people who did participate for the worst film list that we had up a while back. Yeah. So, see if you've seen any of these ones. I've seen a few of them. First one here from Barry Higgins was The Notebook. A fucking horrible, stupid film.
No, haven't seen it, although a lot of people have asked me to watch it.
There's a lot of things in there just fucking stupid. And it's actually really badly edited as well. There's a lot of takes we were sitting there going, so that's the one they settled on. Right, fair enough. Must have been a quick day. Next thing up.
Do you know what? I will have to watch it just to say I've seen it, you know.
Oh.
What's the other one, bro?
Davy Krangle has the remake of True Grit, which is fucking the original is really good, but the remake you can't hear Jeff Bridges.
I did see it. But for me, not watching the original, I thought it was decent. Just in my opinion, I thought it was okay.
Well,
don't remember
Josh Brolin was okay in it.
Yeah. Long-winded.
Well, I said Josh Brolin's scenes were good, but nah, just overall, I. If
you want to talk about another Western remake, 3:10 to Yuma.
Christian Bale
okay,
and Russell Crowe.
Yeah, but what was action stuff? There was a lot of like explosions and stuff. But
there's too many scenes of Christian Bale talking to his son, trying to tell him he's going to be a good man and all. It's just like just too many of them.
It was a bit like like cringy-ish with the writing.
Yeah.
Although he did a good job of performing it, but it was a bit like heavy at times.
Yeah. Overburn. We have another one here. We've got Brian Ferris mentioning Teeth. If you remember Teeth.
Which one? What?
Do you remember Teeth?
No. What?
The horror film with the girl who's got teeth downstairs.
No.
Yeah.
No,
oh my god, man.
No, I've heard of it, but I'm like, I'm not watching that shit.
Man, it's definitely not. No, it's fucking shit. So far, I think Brian Ferris wins because that film is just ridiculous how bad it is. There's one here I have to disagree with. Mickey O'Rourke. I thought first of all it was Mickey Rourke when I looked at it. Mickey O'Rourke. Yeah. He suggested Cube, which I actually like. Cube is a really good film.
Cube.
So all these random people wake up together in this big fucking room, and they have to try and escape. So they're going through all these different wee rooms, and then they find out all these wee rooms are connected into this massive cube, and all the rooms are booby trapped and all this kind of thing. And as you go along, it's like less and less people. It's fucking, man, it's simple, but it's really fucking funny as well. And it's like Hellraiser 80s graphics the whole way through it. It's brilliant. It's not.
You know what I'm trying?
It's a product of its time. That's what it is. It's funny. It's really worth watching. Yeah. And you're rooting for the black guy the whole through the film. It's brilliant. Brilliant.
What about this new Ghostbusters movie? Have you actually watched it?
No.
I'm waiting for a night where it can.
I'm just opposed to this whole thing that they think now just remake as in recast the entire cast, switch genders thing is really starting to annoy me because it doesn't make sense for some examples. So I'm against it completely for that main reason. And there's too many films with all of no. The other point is there's too many films with those four women together. They've been in too many films together. So you're sitting there going, it just.
It's not for me, but I can see that.
What
kind
the fuck was wrong with Ghostbusters?
Even with like Hangover Crew and like Adam Sandler movies, you always see the same kind of. That tires me out. I don't get invested to watch it. I'm like, I've seen that before. Not going to watch it again. No. So some people like it, but no, it's not for me either.
No, definitely not.
So I can see why that ensemble of women together. I would give it a miss. seeing the same cast that got together.
Yeah.
Plus, the idea of remaking something that's been done before by a group of men, if you want to do something like that or similar, what's wrong with coming up with an original idea? I don't know. I mean, there's different ways you can comment on or attack it from, but I'm on I don't like what I've heard about it, and I know without watching it, I know this is what people have said. It's been confirmed that the way they've written the men in that movie has put me off watching it.
Yeah, they're purposely making them out to be fucking idiots, and
yeah. And if you want to make a statement about equality,
yeah,
you wouldn't write them that way.
No, because the secretary in the first one, what was her, Janice or whatever?
She was smart and witty.
Yeah.
And you would nothing like the guy that cast it for this one.
No.
So no, I don't see that. I don't see the So there, what was the intention? Oh, we've got a movie where it's all a female cast. Here's our opportunity to shit on men. We're going to make the dumbest fucking character we can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, bad step. You could have made that better. You could have made a good statement there. You could have had it equal.
Yeah.
Or you could have, I don't know.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, they could have made him misogynistic. They could have made him... Well, here, I haven't watched the movie, so I don't know if he is or not. I'm just saying,
I'm not that invested to watch, to be honest.
Characteristics. There's a lot of stereotypes in women that I don't like.
Yeah, true.
But they're in this movie as well, which I don't see it as a feminist movie. But some people have labelled it as. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
absolutely ridiculous. Especially with the claim that people, if they use that claim, then why aren't the men treated that way? It's against what feminism is anyway. But anyway, we're not going into that rant.
No,
but
fuck that.
I'm interested in seeing it. I will watch it eventually, but I don't agree with what I've heard on it. So I would say I put it in a shit category without seeing it, but I need to see it.
Okay,
right?
Well, straight away, that's the first official one we put on the shit list, because we've got a hit list so far and a shit list.
A lot of people want to hate it as well, which is that's why I need to see it for myself to get my own opinion on it. But I know it's going to be brutal,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Well,
where's my list?
If you're willing, you add that to your list and see what you think. Then get back to us.
Any other comments from our guys on Facebook? Any other bad movies?
Only other one I can see here, Anya McAvoy with P.S. I Love You, which again is just like The Notebook, another just fucking tripe of a film. It's just poor pace and same story over and over again, and I can't even remember the main cast. It's one of those kind of ones that you get amnesia after, because it's similar to so many different films. You're just like, no.
Do you know what I did enjoy? Oh, actually, I don't want to move on to that yet. I want to throw in a bad movie that I've seen recently. The only problem is I just can't think, because I normally go for a movie that I know is going to be decent. Although, do you know what? If you go on to Netflix, you're more than likely to come up with...
Oh, there's a lot of shit up there. There's a lot of shit.
Jesus.
Especially the documentary section.
The horror movies. Oh, I think that's a different podcast on the horror movies. Horror movies.
Yeah. Well, here, tell you what. I'll let you finish up this first podcast here with a shit example then. I think that'd be fair. Let you roll off some shit.
Yeah.
So what have you got? What's the shit?
Oh no, that's what I mean. I'm trying to find a couple that are, because that's the problem, bro. I normally find a movie that is
right. Is there something?
I know it's gonna be...
Is there something that someone told you recently to watch that you have seen and it's just no? Like you couldn't even get through 10 minutes of, because I gave up watching Dumb and Dumber the sequel. It was just horrible. 10 minutes in, I stopped.
Yeah. Took me twice. I'm sorry, I haven't watched it fully. I don't know how it ends or anything.
Same.
I sat down. Right, hold on. Let me see where you stopped. Right, and let me fucking remember.
Yeah.
Right. There's a line somewhere between Jeff Daniels. I think it's Jeff Daniels. There was a back and forth between him and Jim Carrey, and it was absolutely ridiculous. It was so childish
Yeah.
and so not funny. I don't
think,
know who wrote it.
I think it was just after they left the apartment and they've got like a meth lab or something going on, and then you're outside and you see the wee blind kid again.
Man, I am struggling to remember this movie, man.
That's as far as I got. It was absolutely terrible.
Oh, God.
No, absolutely shit.
Well, anyway, I got to the same part in the movie. And now I watched it the first time, I was a bit tired, and I was getting a bit long. I was like, you know what, this is I'm so disappointed. Look, you know what, I'm going to try this with a different mindset. Not tonight. I'll stop it here, because this is boring the shit out of me. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to get food or something. I'm in the best mood, maybe the next day or the day after. I sat down, I'm like, I get to the same point. What the fuck's going on? This is... Right, it's going off. I can't watch it.
I don't even think there's more to the film. I think the rest of the film is just them staring at the screen.
Where is it?
I don't know.
I don't know what it, man. I'm gonna have to get back to you, but like, there's a particular scene.
Sausage Party.
No, couldn't watch it.
No, couldn't watch it.
Didn't enjoy it. I thought it was gonna be funny and all. I don't. That's what I said to you at the start. I only set up a movie that I know, almost know it's gonna be pretty good or decent, because the time's valuable. I don't want to sit and watch something. Right? I'll stop it if I don't like it these days. I'll move on to something else. Time is money. Or whatever you want to use. Just like time. Don't have time for it. It just, no, man, it wasn't funny for me. Just.
Have you noticed though? It's only in the last couple of years. There's more films like that where you will actually turn off after 10 minutes. I've never, like years ago, you've sit through a whole film.
Trying too hard or something, you know. But yeah, you're right. There's a couple recently. I don't have the time or patience for something that's not interesting me.
No.
Like Duncan Valentine. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm out.
Duncan Valentine, like a legend.
But it's stuff like this. No, it just didn't do it for me, man. Is there any others? Let me see. There is another one here somewhere. Let's end on one that I've seen the whole way through and didn't like. Has to be something here, man. Any animated movies that besides that you've watched? You watch a lot of TV stuff though, don't you? You watch like I haven't watched is it Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
You watched that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty looks decent.
It's pretty funny, but that goes without saying. Anyone who's watched it understands the in-jokes and whatnot about it, but no, just again trying to think of another.
I was going to say, but the animated stuff today is not as funny, I don't think, as it used to be.
No, because now you can be rough as you want.
Because a lot of it's been done before. Everyone's trying to recreate it in their own way, which is okay, it's fine. But
well, what I would say to you, if you haven't already seen the Rick and Morty thing, you'll change what you mean whenever you see this, because it does go off on tangents that hasn't been done, and then stuff that has been done. But it's just random. It's I would say one thing: don't watch the first episode.
Don't.
No.
Right. Okay. Well, that put me off.
No, first episode is shit. Second episode onwards is like a completely different show.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Strange. Well, it's not related. Is that first episode anything to do with the rest
It's
of the
the
show?
pilot. It's the pilot episode.
Oh, that's weird. Right.
Yeah.
But, okay, right. Well, I thought it would have had some sort of relevance to it. Okay, so completely skip the first episode. Just move on.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, no, I don't think I'm going to leave you with any more bad movies here, but I'll leave you with a good movie.
Go. What have you got?
I suggest people to watch. And I don't know, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I watched Moana recently because The Rock was in it.
Haven't seen that yet.
It's good. It's now I watch it. I don't know. My interest is quite varied. Like I said, it's not everyone's thing, but I just and the story for it is not exactly what we're used to seeing. It's not overdone. No, it's cool with The Rock, obviously. Like, so he's funny in it.
Yeah,
I think, and he's got some good lines and everything. But no, it's just overwhelming at the end and everything. It's all like, I don't know. It's like, have you ever watched? Where is it? It's on my list here somewhere. A couple of movies here, like Brave or Inside Out.
Brave, yeah, it's really funny. Really funny.
Are pretty good, like quality.
Yeah.
And standard and everything. Like it's all in that same. Ratatouille is another one that's like.
Oh yeah.
Those are like I like those kind of animated movies, but I just thought I'd mention Moana. It's pretty good. It's decent. Like I saw a lot of it at Disney before we watched it, and it was everywhere. They were like trying to promote it big time, and like I thought it was going to be just looking at the merchandise and stuff, and just looked at it, I thought I'd probably not enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at it going, because of where it's based and everything. I just thought, and sometimes with when there's a princess role or a female role, it's not exactly going to draw me into watching it. But that's what I mean. I wouldn't necessarily. That wouldn't. Hopefully, that wouldn't put you off watching it or something.
No.
But if you watch it, regardless of that, there's a lot there that you can enjoy. It's quite funny and witty and everything. So
I've heard good things about it.
Top form.
Yeah. No, I've heard good things
so
from yourselves. Yeah. It'll be on the list to check out.
It depends what mood you're in and everything. It's probably a movie you'd probably want to watch with people. You know what I mean? But
see what you mean.
but no, it's all right. I thought I'd suggest it because I did watch it recently, and I thought it's worth mentioning because The Rock is really really funny in it. I thought.
Rock's always good at cracking films.
He is but I just caught a wee interview with him recently. He was talking about the movie and stuff, and I thought I'd drop it in somewhere.
No,
and here, by the way, do we have much time? Because we can cut this. You can cut this up, won't you? Whenever you're adding it. Do we have time to talk about soundtracks, or will we leave that for another?
I think
show?
that should be another separate one. To be fair, because
anything you want to end on, bro?
I think I'd just like to take the chance now, as we said, just to thank everyone that's been commenting on the movie channel's ideas. There'll be more things to come up.
Yeah.
The main one, just to say, we wanted to cover on maybe the next one will be soundtracks. So I think the next post we'll be putting up is people suggest their favourite soundtrack. We'll go through some ones. We'll pick out ones because I've got a few examples off the top of my head at the minute, but I'd rather leave them for a show to cover. So I think for now we've covered some good wee ones to look forward to. I'll check out Ip Man, and I think that's it.
Oh yeah, any suggestions for me, bro? What do you want me to check out?
I would say to check out Swiss Army Man, and if you get the chance, Army of One, definitely, because they're really funny and they're really short.
Cool.
So,
no, I think that's it. The soundtracks, I've got a couple of things I want to talk about. We'll do that for next one. And a lot of people have put some good suggestions forward. And yeah, I'd like to say thank you for everyone put their input on the Redacre recently. In regards to the movie stuff as well, it's we've covered some good stuff there.
I'm happy with what we've gone through. So any other examples, I guess, we'll pull up through in our next one. And I think that's probably the best way we can end off for today. So thanks very much again for coming on, Decky. Have a good one.
Not a problem, Conor. Thank you very much.
All the best, people. Bye.